Good day, students. How are you doing? I hope that you're all doing super great. So in this presentation today, we will be looking at PowerPoint. So we are starting with our practical session, which is Introduction to PowerPoint. Now, I'm assuming that you have already watched the video that I have posted in the last session, whereby I was introducing you to all the programs that are found inside Microsoft Office as a package. But anyways, let's try to refresh our mind and understand exactly what PowerPoint is. Now, Microsoft PowerPoint, it is a professional presentation program that you can use and that allows you to create very presentation slides. And in other words, we are looking at very professional presentation slides that can be displayed on the computer screen or that can actually be displayed through a projector. So what I'm using currently, this is PowerPoint. So this is the layout of PowerPoint right here. Okay, now a PowerPoint presentation is a good way to convey information to your audience, especially if you have a presentation to make in at the meeting or anywhere that you perhaps are supposed to make a presentation. It's always best if you make sure that you pop up with your PowerPoint presentation. Okay, so imagine a presentation that does not have PowerPoint, it becomes a little bit boring and so on. But if you have a PowerPoint presentation, this actually catches your audience to pay attention and to be curious of what is next and so on. All right, so when you create a PowerPoint presentation, make sure that it's very appealing and you don't have a lot of things that are clustered into it. It should be very simple and clean. Okay, so let's have a look at what the content will cover. So the content will be covering all these points right here. So this is what we'll be doing in this video. So we'll be doing it practically just for you to understand. Okay, all right, now the first thing that we're going to look at is perhaps, how do you locate PowerPoint? Okay, so it's your first time and you don't even know where to go or where to find it in your computer and so on. So if you have Microsoft Office, you come here, you click your start window, and then you look for Microsoft Office as a folder. Or if you don't have time to do this, you just come to your search area here, box area, and then you type in PowerPoint. It will definitely pop up. So once it pop up, you just double click on it. So I would like to take this long way just for you guys to understand. So here's my Microsoft Office. So what I'll do, I will click there and search for PowerPoint. Okay, where's the M? Okay, so I'm going to, oops. All right, where are we? Here we are. So I'm just gonna scroll down and look for PowerPoint. Is right here. So once you find it, you just double click on it. Okay, so once you double click on it, it will bring you this, it basically gives you a lot of themes, suggestions that you can use for your presentation and so on. So if you want a blank presentation, it's just a matter of double clicking on blank presentation and it will open a blank presentation. And as well, they have a lot of themes or designs or styles, so these are already prepaid. So the only thing that you do is double click on it and then you try to edit it. Okay, or perhaps you have a business presentation to do. These are some of the suggestions that you can look for. That's only if you are connected to the internet. If you type in business, it will give you all slides. Okay, business related slides that you can work with. Okay, so here you have all the business. Okay, so it's just a matter of you choosing and seeing the one that you want. If you like this one, you just double click on it and then it will open. So currently what it's doing is just downloading the template and it will open the template. So there we have it. You see that? There we have the template. Okay, but however, we want to work with a very a plain layout. We want to start from there. So let's just go back to our presentation, which is right here now. I think I need to close some of this. Let me just try to close some of these presentations. Okay, close. close, don't save. Okay, so we're going to start from there. So firstly is the PowerPoint ribbon. Okay, so the PowerPoint ribbon is just this one right here. So these are all your ribbons here, but you know, sometimes you can call this your home tab, your insert tab, your design tab, your transitions tab, your animation tab, your slideshow, your review, your view, and so on. But these are always ribbons. Okay, so there you have it. And then what we have next is how to create a new presentation. Now, how to create a new presentation, let me say, okay, we open this one. It's just a matter of you going to file. Once you go to file, and then you click on new, and then you double click on blank presentation. Once you do that, it will bring you a blank presentation. So here you have it. So that's how to open a new presentation. Okay, so what's next? How do you open an existing presentation? So you mainly go to file and then open. So if you have already an existing PowerPoint presentation that you want to open, you just go to file and then open. You click on open and then you locate where it is. So in this case, I do not have any that I want to open because I still want us to use this one. Okay, and then how to save a presentation. Now to save a presentation is just a matter of you going to file, and once you go to file, if it's a new presentation, you need to select save as and then computer, and then you see where you want to save it. So in this way, I'll save mine on my desktop and I will save it as BIS presentation. So I'm going to replace that one. Yep. So you'll see that my presentation is saved now. To see that, you'll have a look up here on top here where it's written PIS presentation. So that's how I have saved it. Okay. Next, add a slide. So how do you add a slide? Okay, so how to add a slide is very easy. So you just make sure that you go to your home ribbon, which is this one. Remember, this is your home ribbon, this is your insert ribbon, this is your design ribbon, and so on. So you go to your home ribbon, and then if you look at the slides here, there's what you call new slides. Okay, there's this one here, new slide, and there's here new slide as well. So if you click the one on top, new slide, it will bring you a new slide like that. Okay, but if you want the slide to come with a different look, okay, if you want to add another slide with a different look, that's when you come to new slide and then you click on this arrow and then you see what look do you want it to have. Okay, so maybe I just want for it to have two contents. Then you'll see it will bring you a new slide with two text box areas that allows you to add content and so on. Okay, you see that? All right, the next one, insert pictures from the file. So how do you insert pictures from the file? Okay, so there are actually various ways to do that. You can basically as well just click on this icon here which is written pictures, and if you do that, you find any picture that you want, and then let me see if I have any picture. Okay, do I have any simple picture here perhaps, or any logo? Or okay, so I hope you get what I'm trying to say. So you go to pictures, you select a picture. Once you select a picture, then it will be popping up just right here. Okay, all right, so here's how to add a clip art. All right, to add the clip art is very easy. All you do, you just go to insert, which is right here. Okay, once you go to insert, you have to look for clip art. Okay, if it's not here, you can still just go to pictures and then you put the picture that you want to put. Okay, Alright, so I'm basically still looking for my clipboard. So some pictures, then have online pictures, and so equation, video, screening, symbols, and all that. So if you have a clip art, then you click on clip art, then you'll be able to as well add pictures. Okay, and then what else do we have that is next here? Next is to format a picture. How do you format a picture? That's just like the resizing. Okay, let me perhaps do this. Let me take this picture. Okay, I'll copy this picture and then paste it here. How to format the picture? Once you actually input a picture, insert a picture, you can click on it to resize it this way. You can click here and resize it. Okay, if you want to add anything else, you click on it and then you go to File, Tools, Format. If you want to change the picture style, you can come here and just play around with all this. Okay, if you want to change the color too of the picture to yellow, you can do that. So that's just a way on how to play around with the picture that you have. Okay, and then format fonts. How to format fonts? So that one is easy. I have to put PIS presentation. Okay, if I want to put this in the center, I highlight it and then I come here with written center. If I want to bold it, I go to the B. If I want to put color on it, I come to A, to it's an A. I select maybe blue. Okay, oops, okay, or red. And if I want to change my font type, I come here and maybe make it Arial black. So that's all up to you. Okay, what else we have? Insert a header and a footer. Okay, so how to insert a header and a footer is very simple. Okay, so you go to insert and then you look for header and footer. Okay, so you want to insert the footer, you can put PIS, you write down PIS, and then you say the footer shouldn't show on the title slide. You select that, and once you select that and then apply, then you see that your footer will be here. So every slide that you add, you'll see that it will always have a footer. Okay, you see this one also has a footer, this slide also has a footer. Okay, so you go to insert and you go to header and footer. How to insert a hyperlink? So this is like a link. So you go to your insert ribbon and then you look for hover over links, then you select hyperlink. Okay, so you go to insert. All right, so that's your insert right there. Okay, this is actually where you're supposed to go. Okay, but mine is currently not allowing me to do that, so yours might allow you to do that. So you just mainly click on that and then you can add a certain link, so whatever link that you can possibly add. Okay, and then how to insert a table. Inserting a table in a PowerPoint slide is also very simple. So you mainly click inside, you go to insert, here is the table. Okay, so it's up to you to see how many rows and columns you want, and boom. So that's mainly how to insert a table in PowerPoint. Okay, so what else do we have? How to insert charts. Okay, how to insert a chart in PowerPoint is also very simple. So you click inside your PowerPoint slide and then you still go to insert. Okay, and then you look for your charts. Okay, here are your charts. Okay, so you can have a column, line, pie chart, a bar, graph. Okay, you can have whatever chart you want. If I want a I want this one. Just a matter of clicking on it and then you click OK. Okay, so once you click OK, it should be able to pop up. There you have it. So you can, it's all up to you if you actually have already your calculation done. You can actually just come and edit right there. Okay, what's next? That's if you want it to be there. If not, you just close it. Okay, add a slide theme from the gallery. So how do you add a slide theme from the gallery? Is just a matter, because currently we don't have any theme applied on our presentations, so you want to put on a theme. So to do that, you go to design and you have all these different themes down here. I can even click here for more, and it's up for you to choose which one you want. So I can choose that theme. If I choose it, you see it changes everything. I can still go back and maybe I can choose this theme. If I choose that theme, it will change my whole presentation. So it's just a matter of you going to design and then you change the theme. And then slide transitions, like how if you want a transitions in your file when somebody when you open one, or when you go to the next slide, how should the transition be? You just come to transitions, you click on transitions right here, and then you have all these transitions, okay, that you can make use. For example, I like the one called origami. Here it is. If you click on it, it will show like that. Let me say the second one, I want it to have random bars when it's opening. And then this one, I maybe want to change to crush. Okay, you see that? And then this one, perhaps I want to use curtains. So it's all up to you to see, what transitions you want to apply. Okay, and then here, rearranging the slides. How do you want to rearrange the slides? Okay, so let me say, for instance, maybe this slide was supposed to be the third one, not the fourth one. It's very simple. You just click on the slide there and then you drag it up and then you let go. Okay, so just simple like that. Maybe this is your introduction, we don't know. So yeah, just something like that. Okay, and then preview a presentation. Okay, how do you preview a presentation? Just for you to see how it will look like, you have to come to slideshow, and once you go to slideshow, then you click on from the beginning. So this is how it will look like. So you see the transitions that we applied. Okay, so if I do that, press down to the next presentation, it will do that, and then that's the other presentation, to do that, and then end of the slideshow. Okay, so it's very interesting. PowerPoint really has a lot of cool features. Okay, view slides and outlines. Okay, this, like, the default view is slides. The second option is outline view, to show the slideshow as outline notes. Okay, so I think this is fine. And then how to print a handout. So select the file, then print. So this is very simple. If you want to print out their presentation, you just go to file and then you click on print, and then you say how many copies you want, and yeah, that's all. Then you're done. Okay, so it's very simple. So now I'm gonna do something very simple from the start. Okay, let me say I'm having presentations that I want to do. Okay, so this is where my title will be, maybe my presentation on data and information. Okay, my next slide, so I have an introduction part here, introduction of my presentation. Okay, what my presentation will cover. Actually, this should come second, so I can just move it down there. So I have data as the first slide, what it will cover, or it's up to you. You can put content, whatever you name it, it's up to you. And then introduction, and then maybe what is data. Okay, and then maybe my last slide will be on what is information. Okay, and then maybe my last will, okay, the other slide will be the difference between, okay, differentiate data is information. Okay, and then maybe lastly conclusion. Okay, conclusions, and then maybe my references. Okay, so this is maybe for my upcoming presentation. So now I have all this. Maybe I need to add content here. Maybe first it will be introduction, followed by, okay, what is data, information, okay, the difference, and then conclusion, and then the references. Okay, so this is what my presentation will cover. Introduction, you put whatever text there, and then data, you put whatever text there, also you put whatever text, and the data, maybe I want a table, I want to differentiate them in the format of a table. I'll go to insert, go to my table. Okay, so I have these, and then I'll type in data there, and then I'll type in information. Okay, then I have conclusion, I give a conclusion, and then I have references, I give a reference, and maybe the last slide should be perhaps on what should it be, maybe thank you. Okay, so I'll put it in the center, so I'll write thank you, thank you. Okay, just move it a little bit down, so there we have it. So currently now my presentation looks very plain, so let's try to change their design. Let's look for a nice theme. We go to design, and then we look for a very nice presentable theme. Okay, maybe this one. How will it look like? Okay, let's see. Data and information, my content, introduction, what's data, information. Okay, I like this one. And then let's work on our transition. Okay, starting from the first slide, I think I want us to use crash for the first slide. You can actually you can also choose one transition, you know, and apply to all. Second one, maybe glitters. Okay, so it's all up to you. Or let me say I'll choose one and then I apply to all. Let me say I choose crash, and then I'll just come here, apply to all. Okay, so if I want to see how it will look like, slideshow from beginning. So there we have it. So I do my presentation, data and information, move on to the next slide, content, move on to the next slide, introduction, move on to the next slide, move on to the next slide. Okay, move on to the next slide, next slide, next slide. Okay, I move on to the next slide. Thank you, and then we are done with the presentation. So it's very simple and very easy to use. So it's just a matter of you as well having a very creative mind, that how you really want it to look like, if it will be appealing, if people will like it, and so on. So having said that, we have come to the end of the session, and I look forward to see you in our upcoming session. Thank you. Bye.